Greetings everyone. I'd like to share an encouragement for us today, especially in these times. There was a point where mankind put their faith in God. Unfortunately, in our time, with all these online tools and information circulating around the internet, it creates fear and discord between people. People start coming up with their own conspiracy theories, backed up with evidence. However, the evidence is substantial. You see, an experienced enemy is very strategic in their attack. And if you look at this enemy from a spiritual view, you know who I'm talking about. We are kingdoms amongst kingdoms. I'd like to share a quote from a famous emperor called Julius Caesar and a French emperor called Napoleon. And I quote, "Divide and conquer. Divide and conquer." Those are the three words. And I'll tell you why in a minute. But what this means is it's breaking up larger concentrations of power into pieces. Now, my spiritual enemy is the Satan. He is the master of divide and conquer. Divides our opinions, divides our ideas, divides our unity. By doing this, there is no power in any group that wishes to do good or see good results. A good clever general, before he goes into battlefield, he studies his enemy, gathers intel on what the enemy could do to him or his soldiers. In our case today, the enemy spreads rumors to cause discord. And you see it now, the governments around the world are doing their best to protect the people. However, with the way our society is run under democracy, it is the will of the people on how the government should protect them. For example, our government with Jacinda did an awesome job of last year's lockdown. And the majority of Kiwis were very pleased. They executed their plan effectively and saved a lot of lives. 1 year later, the government executes the same strategy, but it is now ineffective because the people are fatigued from all the lockdowns. Now we are more vulnerable now than before. We've cornered our government, leaving them no choice but to comply with the people's demand. Here's the difference from last year and this year. We all have access to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and we see there's a lot of conspiracy about COVID itself, as well as vaccines. Kiwis are now getting opinionated because they see the freedom Australia pursues and the US, and it has influenced a lot of our own people. That's the truth. Any good fruit will keep producing good, and any bad fruit will keep producing bad fruit. You don't need to be a psychic to see what will happen in New Zealand in the next 6 months. For my Christian brothers and sisters, here's what the Word of God proclaims to us. And you'll find it in the book of Romans 13, 1-2. And it says, "Let everyone be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except that which God has established." The authorities that exist have been established by who? By God. Consequently, whoever rebel against the authority is rebelling against what God has instituted. And those who do so will bring judgment on themselves. And one more I'll leave with you is Hebrews 13:17. It says, "Have confidence in your leaders and submit to their authority, because they keep watch over you as though who must give an account. Do this so that their work will be a joy, not a burden, for that would be of no benefit to you." You see, it was a joy and honor for our government last year. But this year, we've become their burden and have made their jobs even harder. Don't be divided and conquered. Unite together, be kind and love one another. God bless.